Hi, this is Maurice Odhiambo, the African teacher, right here in Nairobi, Kenya. Now, Thomas Sankara, without a shade of doubt, remains one of Africa's most iconic and ideological revolutionaries. Sankara simply refused to join the hordes of emerging African bourgeoisie in the 80s when he took power through a military coup in Burkina Faso. He lived a very simple lifestyle. He rode a bicycle to work, and he only upgraded his means of transport to one of the cheapest cars available then, when his cabinet insisted. He lived in a small brick house, and he insisted on wearing clothes that were made in Burkina Faso using local materials. So therefore, he refused and rejected the temptation to import suits from London and elsewhere, which is what most of the elites did back then and continue to do even today. And it is this refusal to adopt a flashy lifestyle that was his most significant revolutionary statement. But he also invested massively in the people, the African people, Burkinabés themselves. And this is one of the things that differentiates Sankara from a lot of other leaders. He put the country's resources into education, into health, into mass vaccination. He did things for the people. The upright man believed in the people. He did not believe in stealing from the people. He believed in the people. Sankara was a feminist, an actual real feminist, not the feminism of today that is driven by the ideology of capital. He was a true feminist. He believed in uplifting women in Burkina Faso. Now, the thing that probably mostly contributed to his assassination was his call for collective debt cancellation. He made that call at a meeting of the Organization of African Unity. And that is the thing that imperialism would not even have wanted to contemplate. Why? Because debt has always been used as an instrument of imperialism, as an instrument of subjugation. Debt has always been used by the big powers through the international financial institutions to keep Africa down. And a few years ago, the debate emerged over whether China was involved in creating a debt trap, debt diplomacy. There was a huge conversation within Western academic circles about whether China was trapping Africa into debt. You see, the real imperialists, and no one says that China will not adopt the same imperial tactics as the West has done towards Africa. But the real imperialists, those who colonized Africa, those who enslaved Africans, were actually accusing China of appropriating their own strategy in putting down African populations. See the way history repeats itself. One of my philosophy lecturers used to say that history repeats itself analogously. So it's very interesting because the same tactic that the real imperialists, the big powers, have used to keep Africa down and to keep Africans poor, they turned it around to criticize China for doing the same. Debt has always been used. Debt has always been used as a tool of imperialism. And from whoever you are taking debts from, just know that debt is a tool of imperialism. Perhaps the problem is that our African bourgeoisie, the African so-called leaders, are so entrenched in the global capital system that they cannot see debt as a problem.